Good morning. I had a good night's sleep last night. It's coming up on 7 o'clock and there is a restaurant right here next to the hotel. So I think we're gonna head over there. They're just now opening up. Let's go see what we can get for food. Well, that breakfast was great. I'm back in the room, all packed up. It's about 9 o'clock, so I think it's time to get back on trail. We'll see you out there. Back on trail. We got 14 miles today. I think it's about 75 miles total to Rice Lake as the next town stop. Terrain-wise today, looks like we got about 4.5 miles on this old removed train track before we dip back into some proper woods trails. Minimal road walking today. And the weather, gloomy and high chance of rain, I think every day until Rice Lake, and then it looks like after that it's going to be warmer and sunny. But at least to keep the temperature cool right now. It's only in the 60s. And there's no mosquitoes, which is really nice. Well, looks like somebody took out a bunny rabbit here. I've seen this kind of piping before. Must be hooked up to all the maple trees for getting the sap out for making syrup. Poison ivy. Lots of poison ivy out here. There's our exit from this nice and smooth Gandy Dander trail section. A little bit of a road walk here to connect to another trail to get back in the woods. Trade River segment. The trail's definitely well groomed. Looks like some raspberries on the side of the trail coming in. Not very big yet, though. Definitely pretty out here. Oh, I think I'm going to take a little sit-down rest break. It's only just past 11, so it's a little early for lunch. I'm still feeling kind of full from the nice breakfast we had. So I think this will just be more of a sit-down, relax off my feet moment. And then we'll be back on trail in a little bit. Maybe go for another hour and then look for lunch a little bit later. Done with a nice little break. We got another short little road walk for a little bit. Well, back in the woods. There's a couple of little bird houses on the side of the trail. It looks like somebody's built a little nest in there. We got a turtle on trail. What is he, a little painted turtle? Oh, so pretty looking. These guys would make cool pets. There's the Trade River. I'm going to top up my water here. This is an awesome little source. It's getting a little thick with mosquitoes now. This large boulder on the side of the trail is reminding me that a lot of these huge rocks and boulders from anywhere up this far north that's been affected by any glaciation, these are all kind of rogue transplant boulders from way further up north that have been moved from the glaciers and just kind of dumped off here when everything melted away. Well, I happened to cross this little bench here, so I think this will make a good spot to stop and take a lunch break. Mosquitoes were getting pretty bad for a while. I had to stop and put some DEET on, but this spot right here is on a little bit of a rocky outcropping, so we got a little bit of a breeze coming through, and there's no mosquitoes right now. So I think this will be a great spot. So we'll be back on trail in a little bit after a snack. Well, there's one little rain cloud that's passing over, so I'm jumping back on trail. Had a nice little break. I don't think it's going to sprinkle rain more than a few minutes, though. Just the one cloud's going to pass by. Oh, this is a new segment already, the Straight Lake segment. We've got a little view of Straight Lake. We're circling around it here for a little bit. I think there's a dam on the far end over there, we'll see. Looks like the outflow for the lake. Easily rock hoppable, these are nice. There's a nice little kiosk here in the middle of nowhere, but some of the glacial fun fact words we need to learn is all about eskers, hummocks, and kettles. Made it to the Frog Pond Preserve, DCA, but I'm not going to camp here. I think another 2 miles up is another DCA, and I think that's where I'm aiming for. That'll put us like 14 and a half miles for the day, I think, which would be good enough. One more little road walk section for today. Here's our exit back in the woods. 1 mile to camp on the Straight River segment. What kind of giant bird is that? There's one laying down. Oh, now they're both up. Some kind of large crane or something. And here we are. Made it to the Long Lake DCA. Kind of a small spot. There's a bench, a little fire pit, which I'm not going to use. You could put like 2 people here comfortably-ish, but it kind of looks like it's only designated for 1 with this 1 tent pad. But we're right on Long Lake. There's a lot of people around. It looks like all private properties and stuff around the area with very large, expensive-looking, fancy homes on the lake. So a cool spot if you live here. So I think that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, get dinner cooked, and take care of the usual, get videos editing, and go to bed early. As far as dinner, this is what I picked up when I was in Luck. A couple of those chow mein meals, so I'll cook that up here in a minute. And I'm surprised currently there's no mosquitoes. It's been intermittent, pretty bad at times, and other times you come to an area and there's like minimal to no mosquitoes. So it's actually really nice right here, which is surprising. But that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Had a good night last night. Calm enough and quiet. It's cool this morning, no mosquitoes. And as far as distance goes today, we'll do at least 16 miles and then look for somewhere to stealth camp, I think, because there's no designated areas within some reasonable walking distance from what I'm looking to do distance-wise. So we're stealthing it in the woods somewhere. We'll figure it out when we get there. There's a family of raccoons going up a tree right here. Mom and 2 babies at least. A little hard to see. I think the road walking today is kind of minimal, similar to yesterday. Just a couple of sections here and there. But we came out to a little private driveway, and now we're going to be on a road for just a little bit. Crossing the Straight River again. That's a beautiful morning, all clear. I think the forecast is supposed to be mostly cloudy and high chance of rain, so we'll see what happens later. The next couple of days all the way to Rice Lake is supposed to be not good weather. I'm getting back in the woods. Private land. Stay on trail. Trail's following the Straight River. I've seen some ducks out there. Mother black bear and cub right in front of me. The cub went up the tree. Hey bear! The mother bear is blocking my way. This is a bad situation. I'm gonna have to go around real quick. Hey bear! Okay, she's moving off. Cub's up in the tree. It's always fun to be between a mom and a cub. I'm gonna move up and around. Okay, I'm successfully past them. They're back down that way somewhere. The mom didn't go away very far, unsurprisingly, because the cub is right there in the tree. But we made it. It's kind of a little nerve-wracking having her stare at me the whole time. Okay, that was exciting. Crossing a road and into a new segment. Looks like Pine Lake. Just walked past a weird sound. It's kind of behind me there in the trees. I would describe it as a very large animal snoring. Like, I'm hoping it's a cow or something, but there's no cattle out here. These fields are all planted with vegetation and not cattle. So I'm like, is there a bear right there snoring? There's some weird stuff going on today as far as animals. Well, I've entered a gated pasture and we got some horses in here. I don't think what I heard and passed earlier was a horse, because that was outside, unless one had escaped and was chilling off in the trees somewhere. Yeah, these guys are friendly and used to people, I guess. Hey, buddy. He's just gonna follow me for a while. I'm 90% sure that's chicken of the woods, but I'm not gonna eat it to find out. Gotta cross Highway 46. Oh, another little bit of road walking. He's risking it, trying to cross the road. Good luck, little guy. Mackenzie Creek segment, getting back in the woods. I think we're about 6 miles in for the day, and I'm going to take a sit-down break right here before continuing. We're done with the break. Time to get back at it. I think we're going to be following lots of water for a little bit. Mackenzie Creek itself and all these little side tributaries of the creek. awesome. We're getting a couple of ups and downs up and over these little hills and moraines. That's Mackenzie Lake out there through the trees. I'm passing by this big tree. It's kind of uniquely out of place. No other trees are this grand in scale. I kind of like this tree. Crossing the main part of Mackenzie Creek. I'm crossing some mud, and there's some fresh bear tracks. Maybe we'll see another one. Well, made it up to another road crossing. I think I'm due for another sit-down break. Get out of the mosquitoes and stuff for a little bit. Well, I went ahead and took my lunch break. Getting back into the woods. The Clam River is 3.2 miles. I think there's a parking lot near there, it looked like, so I think that's where we'll stop there and take another good break. We're more than halfway through the day. Little stream crossing here. I think this will be a good opportunity to fill up. Passing by Dinger Lake, I think is how you pronounce it. D-I-N-G-E-R. There's the Clam River. A little bit further up should be a parking lot where we'll take a little chill break. I'll make it to a little parking lot off-road area. I just need to get a little reprieve from the mosquitoes. That's the worst part of this trail so far. Is mosquitoes are bad. The only place you get over a little reprieve from them is little clearings like this. I haven't seen it this bad since out on the AT or something. But I think we're at least 13 or 14 miles in for the day, so not too much longer. A couple more miles, and then I'll start looking for stealth site options. But it's still early in the day. It's like 12:30 or something like that, I think. So we're still moving right along. Well, I think it's time to get back to it. I had about an hour rest here in this little parking area. I think we'll take another break, and only about 1.5 miles up, there's another place where the trail crosses a road and a little pull-off parking area. So I think we'll just take a break there and then try to reassess maybe only a couple more miles past that until we're going to be done for the day and looking for a place to stealth in the woods. Well, the mosquitoes are still ravenous. Oh, looks like some fresh bear scat there on trail. And here we are. We'll stop here for a bit. This will be our last rest snack break for the day. We'll figure out how many more miles we're going, probably just 1 or 2, and we'll be back on trail after a bit. I'm all done here. Crossing a road. Looks like I'm gonna do at least 1 more mile, and then we can start looking for a stealth site somewhere. It's funny how clear the weather's been. It's only just now starting to get cloudy. Today was a rainy day in the forecast. Looks like the start of a new segment too. Indian Creek segment. Cool. Well, I'm about 1 mile in, so anywhere that looks good to set up a tent will be good enough for me. You just gotta find a clearing. The main problem out here is the vegetation's too thick. I'll see you at camp. And here we are. I think this will work. Just off the side of the trail here. Flat enough and not thick with trees everywhere. So this will work. Well, I'm getting settled in. I think that's going to do it for today. I think we did at least 17 miles or so, but did good. I'm glad the rain held off. It's supposed to be a rainy day. It's still in the forecast, I think. It's supposed to be cloudy and rainy for the next couple of days until we get all the way into Rice Lake, and then I think the next week after is supposed to be sunny. But, something else I'll mention is that there's a lot of ticks out here. I think I've seen more ticks on this trail so far, just in the last 4 days that I've been out here, than like all the other trails combined, like over 8,000 miles of hiking. There's more ticks that I've seen out here. I know there's tons on the Appalachian Trail. I just never saw any. I only saw maybe 3 total on that trail, but like I've seen at least a dozen already. Couple on my gear and stuff. I think the permethrin in my clothes must be doing good because I haven't seen one physically on me yet, but they're crawling around and they're out here, so it's pretty bad ticks. Anyway, I think that's going to do it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.